Welcome to the easiest winged eyeliner tutorial ever. I'm going to share my basic 3-step eyeliner technique that works for most eye shapes. The only eye shape I don't recommend this for is if you have hooded eyes where your entire crease hangs over the outer corner of your eye, like this. And if you're stubborn like me and want to try all the looks regardless of your eye shape, follow along anyways. Because even if you do have dramatic hooded eyes, watching this video is going to give you tips on placement, how to keep your hand steady, how to get symmetry, and thin, straight lines. So it does work for everyone, and it's gonna help everybody out. Plus, I'm a firm believer that you should try all the makeup techniques because you may discover something you like along the way. And if you're like, but I don't wanna wait for those videos, I wanna learn the techniques right now. Well, my friend, you can. I actually have an online makeup school called Beauty University, and my course, Beauty Breakdown, has several lessons on all the different types of eyeliner techniques for the different eye shapes. I'm gonna drop that link in the description box below so you can find out more info. By the way, if you're new to my channel, I'm Donna with Beauty University, and I'm a professional makeup artist with over 14 years of experience. I'm here to share practical techniques for women new to makeup, makeup enthusiasts who want a pro perspective, and aspiring makeup artists. Just think of me as your makeup fairy godmother here to guide you on your journey. So let's get into this step-by-step eyeliner technique. I recommend doing your eyeliner along with me. I'm going to be using Stila's Stay All Day Liquid Eyeliner. It's a felt tip. I normally use MAC's Point Black, but that has a brush tip and it's more challenging to work with. So if you're just starting out, the felt tip is a lot easier, or gel eyeliner. I went with liquid instead of gel because it's cheaper and it's less steps. With gel, you need a brush. Let me know if you want me to do a tutorial on eyeliner using a gel eyeliner in the comments below. If you have a problem with eyeliner staying on your eyes because your eyes tear a lot, they bleed up in the inner corner, then I do recommend you getting the MAC Liquid Last in Point Black. This is my holy grail eyeliner, but like I said, I'm just using the felt tip because it is easier, but this stays better than anything else in the entire world. Literally, I don't know what I'll ever do if they discontinue it. I don't even want to think about that because MAC Point Black Liquid Last, phenomenal. Okay, let's go wing it out. Do you have your eyeliner? Are you ready to follow? All right, so let's get started. Step 1, you're going to create the thickness along your lash line. And when doing this, you're gonna take your eyeliner pen, you're gonna tilt your head back, look straight down in the mirror. This is super important. Tilt your head back, look straight down in the mirror. This is gonna create smooth landing. And we're going to take our eyeliner pen and we're just going to press it along our lash line. I don't want it to be thick. I want it to be super thin, and I want it to get as close to the lash line as possible. So you can see I don't really have much going on there. It's very thin because I'm using the body of the liner. So again, we're just gonna do that step 1 across the whole lid, or however much you wanna put on. If you wanna keep the inner corner open, or if your inner eyes tear a little bit, don't put the liner there. Just keep it open and focus on the outer 3/4 of your eye, okay? Now, if you've got a problem with shaky hands, I have a desk right here, so I'm resting my elbow on the desk. If you don't have that option, the other thing I want you to do is take your other hand, your free hand, hold your wrist, and this will help control your movement. It should help the shakiness go away. The reason I have you press inside of gliding, because that helps you get a straight line. And I know that a lot of problems when people are doing eyeliner is they're like, my line is never straight. So this is how you're gonna do it, and you're gonna repeat the same thing on the other side. In fact, if it's your first time doing eyeliner or you don't do it very often, do the same steps at the same time. So step 1 here, step 1 here, step 2 here, step 2 here, and go back and forth. For today, I'm gonna do the whole thing on this eye, and then I'm gonna repeat. Well, I'll just do this off camera, but I want you to just remember the steps. So step 1, the thickness. Now step 2, we have to draw our wing. And this is where I want you to pay a little bit of attention. When you're drawing your wing, I want you to focus on the lower lash line and the outer corner of your lower lash line. So that's gonna be this spot right here. This is your anchor. And the reason this is so important is because you wanna use that as an anchor on both sides. This is how you get symmetry, by using this as an anchor. Now, you're going to start right here. So I'm gonna mark it. I'm gonna mark the lower lash line. This is where your liner is coming from. So right there. And this can go for any eye shape. This is how you get the symmetry. So now that we've marked that line right there, we wanna go up at a 45-degree angle towards our eyebrow. So it's gonna be in this direction. You're gonna look straight at your mirror, and you're going to see here's where your landing is, and you're gonna go up at a 45-degree angle towards the brow. So I have my elbow resting on my desk. Here's my anchor, And I'm going to draw my flick at a 45-degree angle up towards the brow. Now, two things I want to comment on. How long should your flick be? That's going to be up to you and how dramatic you want your wing. Same thing with your thickness in the center. If you've got really prominent or protruding eyes and you have a lot of lid space, you can go with a thicker line. But if you have deep set eyes like me, and this eye is definitely a little bit more hooded than this one, so like if I just relax my face like this, you can see this is hanging a little bit more than this side. So I always do my liner thin. Start there, because it's going to be the easiest and the most flattering if you've got an eye shape like me. But if you've got prominent eyes, go bigger. The same thing if you've got prominent eyes, you can make your wing longer. Or if you've got more of an almond-shaped eye and your eye is a little bit wider, again, you can stretch it out and make it longer too. For me, because I want this to be a very basic, easy wing to do, I want you to keep it small. So my stopping point is right at the fold of my eye right here. I went slightly past it, and if I stretch my eye, you might see that there's a little skip, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'll fix it in a moment. I just want you to focus on getting the flick down and staying right there. Now, step 3, you have to connect the flick to the liner happening through the center. So this is where it probably gets the most complicated, so be patient with yourself and go slowly. So I'm going to get my tip. My elbow is resting on my desk. I'm looking in my mirror. I am going to tilt my head a little bit more back for this one instead of looking straight. And I'm going to go right at the tip, and if you need to, rest your hand on your cheek. So I'm going to put my nail right here. I'm going to go right at this tip, and I'm going to pull down. Okay. So we have that open spot, and I pull down at a diagonal. So I have this open area. That's okay. We're going to fill that on in. So step 3 was going from the tip, connecting down to the center, moving it on over to meet, and then we're going to fill in this area. And that's that. This is all you need to do for a wing liner. Once you're done, if you want, you can extend it out a little bit longer if you want to make it a little sharper. I want it to be a little bit sharper, so I'm going to go at the tip. When I'm going at the tip, because of this fold, I'm raising my eyes. Because if I don't raise my eyes, I'm going to get a jump. So raising my eyes, I'm creating a smoother surface. And then I can drag it up a little bit higher. Okay. There we go. And now I'm just going to make it a little bit thicker on the lid. But I want it to be very thin in the inner corner. So to recap, the 3 steps. Step 1, you're going to create the thickness through the center of your eye. Now, depending on your eye shape and your own preference is really going to determine how thick you make your line. Second thing you're going to do is you're going to draw the wing. Remember, you're going to keep your eyes open, looking straight into your mirror, and using the lower lash line and pulling up at a 45-degree angle up towards your eyebrow. This is how you're going to get the symmetry. And remember, when you're doing the line, hold your wrist to keep your hand from shaking. Then the last step, you're going to connect everything from the tip of that line down at a diagonal. And like I said, if you're just starting out, do 1 step on each eye at a time so it has that muscle memory in your hand. And something that I want you to remember, especially if you have problems doing your eyeliner on the non-dominant eye, so my right hand and my right eye are my dominant eye. It's really easy for me to do it. That's the one you watched when I did the demo. But when I went to do the other eye, what I did is I opened my eyeliner and I turned my wrist this way. So by turning my wrist this way, I'm able to rest the liner along my lash line without trying to go like this and blocking my view. So you see, just flip your wrist. And if you want to be real fancy, I do challenge you to try it with your non-dominant eye. I can do it with my non-dominant hand, not non-dominant eye. I do sometimes use this to connect, and I will use it to first put the liner down, but then I do have to turn my wrist to connect and do the wing. Whew, I'm glad we got through that together. Even after doing eyeliner for 14 years, I still get a little nervous that it's going to be a disaster. Some feelings just really never go away. Before I go though, I have a homework assignment for you. I want you to practice. Eyeliner is not easy. It takes time to perfect, especially if you're just starting out. Be easy on yourself and tell eyeliner that you are the boss of it. I am an eyeliner queen. Use that affirmation and don't let eyeliner smell your fear. When you're practicing, if you do get stuck or have a question, shoot me a DM on Instagram, drop it in the comments here on YouTube, or put it in my Facebook group. All the links are going to be in the description box below. I'm here to help you succeed with all of your makeup needs, and your questions let me know the exact videos you want me to make. So thank you in advance for any of your suggestions. Remember to like this video, subscribe, and ring the bell so you get all the tips and tricks from a pro perspective. Until next time, love, light, and all the sparkles. Bye-bye.